Why me? Why doesn't she ask you for help? Can you explain anything the water spirit said? Water dragon says she speaks in riddles. I could not see or hear her, human. Only you seemed close enough to pick the whispers from the air. All I could catch was a scent, but it was the one I knew well. I knew what you must do now. You need to make your way to the Imperial City, and I know Lord Yun holds a wind map you must have. He will only be satisfied if you cure the forest as he understands it. Oh, suddenly you know the specifics. We need his wind map. And so the choice. Will you attempt to destroy me and tell Yun that I was behind the corruption of his land, or will you brave the more dangerous road and face the mother? Why don't you just destroy the mother yourself? Had I acted sooner, I would have been able to crush her easily, but she is insidious. Her corruption spread slowly until it suddenly erupted like a fungal bloom.
That beast should never have woken up.
Yeah, well, there's dead people. Now the forest is in a delicate balance. She is not yet strong enough to destroy me, but I find myself in the same situation. You could tip that balance. You seem awfully calm about what could be your impending death. I do not think you will win, human. I'm not as strong as I was, but I'm still more than your match. I also know that decisions made by you could have sweeping effects. If you're the type who would attempt to destroy me out of convenience or just sheer malice, I have no choice but to stop you here and now. I've made my decision. I'm all ears, human. You have big ears. The mother must be destroyed. How can I find her? Why are your arms so thin? The mother must be destroyed. How can I find her? The caves beneath the Pilgrim's Rest, they are infested with cannibals, and the creatures work tirelessly to free their mistress. For all the diggings, they will not completely free her until I am destroyed, or until I release her, and that's exactly what I plan to do. You must go to the Pilgrim's Rest. I will release the seal on the door beneath the inn so that you may enter her lair. What will I face there? You've already seen the corruption firsthand. There will be many more of her children below, closer to her lair. Where is the entrance? Inside that place at the back, you'll find a lift descend to what was once a storage area. Once I release the seal on the mother's trap, many more caves will open. Her followers have been most prodigious in their work to free her. The hill is riddled with caves and tunnels that connects to the old mine workings at the hill's base. That's all I need to know. Once the seal is broken, I will not be able to close it again. You must not fail. You will find a way to defeat the mother and you will survive. You must. I will find you after she is dead. Alright, I'll want to ask more about you in the forest before I go. Neither of us has time to waste, but there's time to talk. Can I ask you some things about fox spirits? If you're thinking to learn our tricks, you'll be disappointed. I'll happily tell you more of my kind if you wish, though. I keep hearing about the fox's tricks. Can you give me an example? Suppose you were a young noble who has just inherited a fortune. One of my kind might approach you as a wizened sage and ask for aid in studying an ancient artifact. Your response will determine the reaction. What if I offered as much money as the sage needed? Suppose I gave the sage some funds and demanded results. What if I turned the sage away? What if I offered as much money as the sage needed? You might expect this generosity to be rewarded, and many who think they are dealing with the fox take exactly this approach. They are fools. To give without temperance encourages charlatans, liars, and thieves. Had you given that offer to me, I would have taken all you had to teach you a lesson. The fox has a nose for people's character, and we judge by their intentions as much as their actions. Are most of your kind tied to nature in some way? No, unlike many of my younger sisters, I'm anchored to this place, more free to act upon your will than most spirits because of my connection to the trees. The mother is the dark balance to my lighter influence. You will find that most anchors are like that. The heavens maintain balance in all things. Wildflower is an anchor for the guardian. Does he have a dark counterpart too? As I've said, it is often the way. I should say no more on the subject. Perhaps you should ask your companion if you truly must know. Are fox spirits good or evil? It entirely depends on what a fox has done to you, how easy to paint the prosecutor is evil and the benefactor is good. As long as we stay in our place, we foxes are merely servants of heaven. We fill a role filled with envy. What about those who don't stay in their place? Every class of spirit or demon is ordered by the celestial bureaucracy. We have our roles and powers, but we also have desires and personalities. Some rebel against the will of heaven itself and follow their own hearts. Not all of those who do so are evil as you define it, but they're certainly defiant. Alright, different thing. Tell me about the history of your struggle with the mother. A more ancient tale and one long forgotten by your kind. The mother tried to corrupt this forest once before and failed, leaving herself weakened. How did you become involved? As you may know, when the spirit is anchored to a place or person, there is often a balance. The highest powers of heaven enjoy nothing more than the struggle that ensues. The mother is my counterpart. As a fox, I test the spirit of humanity, and what I would test, the mother corrupts. How did the mother first try to corrupt the forest? It was much the same as now. Dark promises of power were whispered in the minds of impressionable men who eventually became her cannibal servitors. As her power grew and more of your kind fell under her sway, the forest twisted and blackened. I fought her by destroying her followers and closing the paths into the forest. It was not enough. As the trees twisted, I grew weaker and realized that I could not win the day. The forest would not be saved. How did you eventually trap her? The only way to regain control of the forest was to lose control. I had been fighting the mother's magic with my own, but I realized almost too late that I could not defeat her that way. Instead, words became my weapons. Many kingdoms claimed portions of this forest for their own, and I visited each under the guise of a mysterious crone. To each king I spoke of the plans of the others to destroy the blighted forest with fire. That fire, I said, would spread to any kingdom that was not prepared. Were any of the kings preparing such a thing? None of the kings ever intended to destroy the forest, thinking that somehow the disease would pass and the resources could be salvaged. Hearing that the peers were prepared to unleash a firestorm upon them, however, made each king prepare a similar retaliation. It was only a matter of days before each king enacted what they thought was a preemptive strike. With fire bricks dug and their kingdom safe, fire broke out on every border of the woods. What happened to the forest? With nowhere to turn but inward, the fire soon burned to the heart of the forest. The mother who had invested so much of her strength in the trees was crippled. I too was diminished, but like the easily fooled kings, I was prepared for the flames. Weakened, the mother fell into a torpor, and I worked tirelessly to help the forest regrow. It was a victory through sacrifice, but the forest regrew stronger than ever before. Let's move on to something else. That's a weird story. Anyway. Tell me more about Shining Tusk. Shining Tusk has been with me for centuries. He is my guardian and my friend. Only centuries? Why is he so surly?
Humans expect all Celestials to be like their flighty foxes, it seems.
Elephant demons are not noted for their humor. Shining Tusk is one of the most light-hearted of his kind. Be glad you did not meet him several centuries ago.
Woe betide anyone who called me surly back then. The Forest Shadow's brethren have worn away some of my stern nature.
How is it that you have a guardian? The politics and structure of the celestial bureaucracy are staggeringly complex, so I won't waste time trying to explain the intricacies. When I became the guardian of the Great Southern Forest, my responsibilities were such that it was deemed I needed his services.
It was an honor to become her guardian. She is not like any other fox spirit.
Okay, that's enough about Shining Tusk. What do I need to do to aid you? Destroy the mother. Alright, I'll go to the end. Shall I send you to the portal back to my temple, or would you prefer to walk amongst these islands a bit longer? I'll walk. Breathe deeply, you'll find yourself in other places where the air is less pure soon enough. Right. Alright. So we need to destroy the mother. Let me read her things. The Celestial Order Volume 1. The world is a place of order. When order is not enforced, chaos reigns. Chaos is the natural state of the world. The order that currently exists is the result of the power of the Great Dragon. Out of this streaming chaos, the Great Dragon created the world, perfect in every way. But nature, the forces of the universe, demand balance. For every bit of order, there must be corresponding chaos. That first world, that perfect world, was pure order. It could not last. The perfect order choked life and did not allow growth, and so chaos was allowed back into the world. That seems complicated. Hey, loot. There's nothing in it. Let me just bask in the light for a little bit, and I guess we're gonna walk back. Fox spirit. Wait, why are there more demons? When you hit them, there's no hit stun. When you hit the enemies, there's no hit stun. Well, there is hit stun on the horse. There's hit stun on the horse. There's no hit stun on the frog demon. You've chosen well. Well, we're gonna see the fairies again before we leave. So if you enjoy that, yeah, let's go see the fairies one more time before we leave. The frog demons have no hit stun, but the horse demon does. Let me watch this. Look at that. Look, and then the frog demon. Never mind, the frog demon's already dead. Awesome, almost dead. Hi. Fairies. Alright. So do enemies always spawn? Like, do they always respawn? Does that mean I can get infinite enemies? Or infinite experience? Alright, frog demons. Alright, and then we're back. And we don't need any of this stuff anymore, and there's the portal. Alright, let's go back. Save the game. So we need to go back to the inn, right? And then we have to go down and kill the kill demons and kill Mother. So what is this? What does that do? What is this stuff? Who knows? Alright. So there should be enemies. Hi guys.
Now you have sided with the spirit. We had thought her dead, but her stink is on you.
That's right.
You will pay for your lies. You will suffer for your deception.
Oh, you want to talk about lies?
Rend her flesh. Her screams should echo in the town below.
You want to talk about deception? Alright, bye. Oh, are they coming? Are they we're gonna fight more? Alright, gonna fight more.
That was astonishing. I haven't seen such martial skills in an eatery since the last time I added ginger to my wife's hot and sour soup.
Haha! Wife
Thank you for
jokes.
your great kindness in rescuing me. Now that these beasts are dead, I can finally talk to you. My name is Henpecked Ho, and before you ask, I'm not one of those monsters. They kept me prisoner so that I could seem normal to the customers.
Right. Please do meet. Wait, did you just say henpecked?
My wife is unique. To say that she is as enduring as the wall itself is to do a disservice to her persistence. I could make similar comparisons between the force of her will and the Imperial Army, but I think you have the picture.
Right. Where is she now?
The last I saw of her, she was in the Imperial City. I was due back more than a week ago, and if she hasn't torn the place down looking for me, I'll be surprised.
Right.
That's beside the point for now. I must thank you, as I clearly owe you my life.
You're welcome.
These cannibals were getting desperate enough to cook even someone as ropey as me. The last thing I needed was to be dragged into the caves below.
There are caves below this inn.
I heard a lot about the caves from the cannibals. There's something down there they call the Mother, and I think whatever, is what made them what they are.
What do you know about this mother?
She is some sort of greater demon the cannibals serve. I think she's the reason they're as twisted as they are. From what I overheard, the Mother was trapped in this hill before sagacious Chen forged the Jade Empire, but something has disturbed her. I don't know how or why this Mother of theirs has returned to the world, but if she can do this to men, she must be stopped.
Sure. How did they reach the caves?
That is something I do not know. They would leave the inn and then return. I wasn't in a position to ask for details.
That's enough about the caves.
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
What were your captors?
Well, they're cannibals. They were once men, but they were corrupted, twisted into flesh-eating abominations.
Oh, we didn't try to... Wait a minute, I thought we reached the mother here. I thought I was gonna try and turn them back into humans. By killing the mother. How do they disguise
The
themselves?
Keeper, the one who met everyone, including yourself, at the door, had some skill with magic. You might have seen through the illusion in time, but most people never get the chance. They're usually taken, or worse, changed into one of them.
Why did they keep you around?
They kept me around in hopes that I would make this place seem more normal, and they needed me to help run the inn. They're none too bright, really. I resolved to try and tip off the first warrior who dared come to this place. The cannibals must be stopped.
Where they come from?
They claimed that they were changed by a creature called the Mother in the caves below. Apparently she's an ancient demon responsible for twisting these sick creatures.
We should discuss something
A
else.
good idea.
That's all I wanted to know.
You killed the cannibals up here, but there's more in the caves below. I don't know how they got in or out. I do know that they were terrified of something called the Forest Shadow. If you're planning to tackle these beasts, I want to help. In my own way, of course. I'm not much with my... But you'd be surprised what tricks an old bunmaster might know. Have you ever heard of drunken master style?
Of course, never seen the stuff.
I was a master. Top of my game and well known in Phoenix Gate, one of the great cities in the prosperous East. My skills earned me fame, fortune, and a wife.
So you can fight alongside?
You weren't listening. Fame, fortune, and a wife. I discovered fairly early on that she had opinions, most of them regarding alcohol and my regular consumption of it. I can still teach you, though. She has never expressly forbidden that. I have a few bottles on me right now if you'd like to learn.
Sure.
Pay attention, I don't like repeating myself. Now, when I am with you, I can throw you bottles of wine. You must pick these up in order to use Drunken Master.
What?
The effect wears off quickly, but I will make sure you don't run out of wine, as long as you keep the enemies off of me. Now, watch my technique.
What?
Style is legendary strike.
Grab a bottle.
Drunken master.
Okay, I see.
Legendary strike.
There, you got it. Your job isn't done, though. There are still more cannibals in the hill. The hill heaved a short while ago and dislodged a panel in the kitchen wall. These creatures seem to think it was a new way into the caves below. If you truly want to finish this, you must deal with the mother. The cannibals talked about her often. She's down there somewhere, corrupting everyone who gets close.
I've cleared a path through the forest. Go to Tian's Landing.
Well, it must be safer than this place. Good luck. You'll need it, I'm afraid.
So, where is the entrance to the caves? Like, could I have gotten down? I want to know if I could have gotten down into the caves without killing the cannibals. I am under the impression that the caves, or the entrance to the caves, are inside the inn. But that might actually be wrong. Wait a minute. Oh, here? Okay, here. So what we couldn't have gotten back here without killing those guys. So, I'll have to cast. Ultimate Scholar Gem. Amazing. So I guess we would have to have killed the cannibals either way, right? Alright, well, I don't care that much really, but the idea is like if we can turn them back into humans without killing them by like getting past them and killing the mother by herself, then maybe it'd be worthwhile not to have to kill the people. Doesn't really matter.